And for African Americans, as we've seen today, is a particular source of pride. The Obama presidency has embraced the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King and has transcended the country in many ways. With us now to address this is the executive director of the New Jersey Black Ministers Council, the Rev Reginald Jackson, who is also pastor of that church, St. Matthew AME. Reverend Jackson, thanks for coming in.
Good evening, Jim.
Reverend, would you say that this is Dr. King's dream realized?
Perhaps not fully realized, but I believe we've come a long way to fulfilling the dream.
There were a lot of voices we heard in those two pieces, Desiree's at your church today, and Adrian's from Washington, with people of color saying that now I can look at a president who looks like me. Those kinds of emotions and thoughts. Would you say that's pretty much what's been running through the community today?
Absolutely. When you stop and consider that slaves helped build the Capitol, slaves helped build the White House. On the steps of the Capitol today, a black man was inaugurated as president, and tonight that same man will be sleeping in the White House.
So would you say that we're ushering in an era of post-racial America, as some say, or not?
I believe we've come a long way in terms of confronting the issue of race in this country. And I believe young people, those 45 and under, deserve a lot of credit for it. During this campaign, to them, race was not an issue. And in the words of Dr. King, Barack Obama was not judged by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character.
There are a lot of hopes and aspirations, as you mentioned, riding on this man's shoulders, one man. I had the occasion to be at a service of yours in your church about a month and a half ago, Reverend, and you asked your folks to pray for him, and you expressed confidence in his abilities to lead at that time. What would you say tonight about all of these hopes and aspirations riding on the shoulders of that one man?
Well, I would say that we need to listen to what he said in his inaugural address. He made it clear that it's not just about him. It's about all of us. He's not just the African-American president. He's president of the United States of America, and he's calling upon all of its citizens, black, brown, white, yellow, to pull together and help deal with the challenges confronting our nation.
And you talked about some of those in Desiree Taylor's piece in terms of the pullout, say, from Iraq and continuing to prosecute the war in Afghanistan. How do you feel he will be able to set his agenda and work forward on that?
Well, one, I believe he has proven already how astute he is politically. And I believe right now, with the support of the American people that he has behind him, I believe the Congress will be compelled to join with him in dealing with the nation's problems. And hopefully we can enjoy the polarization and the partisanship which really blocked so much from being done over the last 8 years in this country.
All right, Reverend, that's all we have time for at the moment. We do appreciate you coming in.
Glad to be here.
Thanks a lot.